Hey people, it's Nias talking. I'd like to thank one of my followers for telling me about this story. This is from NPR.org. New evidence shows fertile soil gone from Midwestern farms. Farming has destroyed a lot of the rich soil of America's Midwestern prairie. A team of scientists just came up with a staggering new estimate for just how much has disappeared. The most fertile topsoil is entirely gone from a third of all the land devoted to growing crops across the upper Midwest, the scientists say. Some of their colleagues, however, remain skeptical about the methods that produced this result. The new study emerged from a simple observation, one that people flying over Midwestern farms can confirm for themselves. The color of bare soil varies, and that variation is related to soil quality. So the soil that's darkest in color is widely known as topsoil. Soil scientists call this layer the A horizon. It's the black, organic, rich soil that's really good for growing crops, says Evan Taylor, a PhD student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Is full of living microorganisms and decaying plant roots, also called organic carbon. When settlers first arrived in the Midwest, it was everywhere, created from centuries of accumulated prairie grass. Pine, though, released much of the trapped carbon, and topsoil was also lost to wind and water erosion. The soil that remains is often much lighter in color. Failer and his colleagues compared the colors as seen from satellites with direct measurements of soil quality from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And found that light brown soil contains so little organic carbon, it really wasn't A horizon soil at all. The topsoil layer was gone. What's more, Failer found that this was consistently the case on particular parts of the landscape. The A horizon was almost always gone on hilltops, he says. Failer believes that a century of plowing is to blame. The soil gradually fell down hillsides, a little bit each year as farmers tilled the soil. Failer's team then expanded this study to fields of corn, soybean, and other crops, where a large area of the upper Midwest includes much of Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota, and Iowa. They calculated that a third of the crops were growing on erosion-prone hills. This produced their estimate that a third of all cropland in that region had lost its topsoil. The estimate is far higher than those published by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. I think the USDA is dramatically underestimating the amount of loss, Failer says. Some other soil scientists, however, are skeptical of Failer's methodology. Michelle Wander at the University of Illinois says that the study relies on a series of assumptions to fill in gaps in the data, and those assumptions probably overestimate topsoil loss. She also points out that topsoil may get mixed into underlying soil layers rather than disappearing completely. Even the study's critics, though, agree that topsoil is endangered. To me, it's not important whether it's exactly a third, says Anna Cates, Minnesota State soil health specialist. Maybe it's 20%, maybe it's 40%. There's a lot of topsoil gone from the hills. Cates says that farmers already know that the eroded hilltops are less productive, and many of them are looking for a solution. We're essentially trying to make up for many years of fairly faultless practices, she says. There's no quick solution, she says, but there are ways to farm that also rebuild topsoil. They involve less tilling or not at all. Farmers can grow grass and harvest hay rather than corn. Well, what I want to say about this is possibly the beginning of another, what's the word? Great Depression? No, not the Great Depression. Oh, sorry, folks. It's the Dust Bowl, that's it. Sorry for that, it just slipped my mind. Anyway, we might see the beginning of another Dust Bowl because of all this soil erosion. And we saw last year, maybe it was the year before, all that rain stopping the flow, stopping all these farms growing food because the soil became waterlogged. So we might be on the verge of seeing more food shortages and more dust bowls. Anyway, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'm going to leave this article in the description. If you'd like to support my channel, leave my GoFundMe in the description. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave it there as well. If you'd like to buy one of our t-shirts, I'll leave it there as well. Peace.